Hey, this is a quick part 5A. As you saw, that first thing I did, the hill to block the tank, is still drying. Actually, I put it thick on, and I was kind of worried about that. I said it was setting, but it wasn't. It was actually the perfect consistency, and it's taking a little while to dry. There's a little bit of styrofoam coming out. I don't know if this stuff is drinking out the moisture out of it or what it's doing, but something went wrong, and it's all the styrofoam's coming through it. So we're going to have to do another coat. So this should be a quick little update right here. This will be 5A. When we come back, they'll be recoated and ready to prime. And that'll be it. So we'll see you in part 6. Thanks. This is a continuation of 5A. I just came up with an idea. I was worried about the textures on top of these things. So this is the one I made real quick. This is the one that the skulls are being inset into. And I just threw some sand on the base with the goop, then just sprinkled some sand on the top of it, and I think I'm going to do that with the rest of these. So just carefully got it sitting there. Let's see, make sure we get that in frame, and just kind of gently it doesn't matter if we get a little sand on it anyways, it'll add some interest. But this will give it a really cool texture. It won't look so phony. And this goop, I made it the consistency of like chocolate pudding. It's really heavy. I'm just not going to be afraid of it this time. We might lose some of the texture, but I can go back in with a Dremel and fix that real easily. There's a light touch with the Dremel can add a lot of interest to it. And we're going to have all that extra reinforcement with everything too. So I'll be back and show this to you what it looks like. Obviously, probably not. You'll see it's pretty simple, just sand on top of a hill. Probably just pat it in a little bit. Because I was worried about losing that sand texture on the bottom. That wasn't a problem at all. I didn't go back over that. It's got the PVA and that sealed it in. And it was a lot of the gravity was so loose. With the extra water put in it, it sat in this area and just really made a hard texture. But it's a nice texture too. It's good. It's not too sandy looking. It's to scale. And we'll be back in a bit. I'm just going to finish getting these all topped off. Well, we are back, and this is the final part of 5A. I sprinkled a little bit of sand all over them. I didn't want the total sandy texture. But I think we have a more realistic look and a little more interest instead of that smooth coat. And I don't know what that's going to look like by tomorrow. I'm going to let this dry overnight indoors. It's dark out already, so there's no sun to dry it out. I don't know if that affected it negatively and just made it absorb all the material. But I made sure this was a really thicker amount. We might have some brush strokes, but since this has those sedimentary striations, I did horizontal brush strokes on it, so it might even make it look better and give it more texture. And even the hill, I kind of missed some spots on it, but that'll be fine. We'll hit it with a couple coats of paint and then go for there. And then we have the little skull post. I just painted the inside. I'm going to put the skulls in probably with some liquid nails, something that puts them in really solid. And the holes are so off and on, but we'll fill it in with some stuff and make sure they stay in there good and solid. And I like how the tops of the hills and the little spires turned out with a little bit of sand on it. I might have to hit it with some PVA before we paint, but that'll be another video. We'll look at it in the morning and see how it dried out and see how well that holds onto the sand. So as usual, thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next video. Thanks.